Hello, everyone. My name is Kate from Align Natural Health, and I wanted to jump on quickly and have a conversation with you because of an experience that I had yesterday. And the experience was I had a conversation with a gentleman who I know through one of my business networking groups. And he came up to me and asked, "Do you have MS?" I share a lot of stuff online on social media, and I do it with an intention. My purpose is to show people what's possible. I went through a period of my life where I grew up in a family where it said, if there's anything wrong with your health, you go to the doctor and the doctor will be the solution. The doctor will fix your problems. And so that's what I did from a young age. And then I was diagnosed at 22. And so that's what I did. I went to the doctor, they put me on medication, and I followed everything the doctor said for 7 years. And this is not to say that the doctor was a bad person or that they were trying to do anything against my best interest, but at the same time, medicine wasn't the solution for me. I got sicker and sicker. But that was a belief that I thought there was no way around that. That's just how things were. And so when we start to question our beliefs and start to take a look and say, okay, what if something else could be different? What if I started to think about other options? Because from an NLP perspective, from a mindset strategy side of things, as humans, we come in contact with 2 billion bits of information at any given time. And our minds couldn't handle that if that all were to flood in. And so we have this filter system where we're able to distort, delete, and generalize the information that's coming in to us. So if you're someone who's ever been in a place where you were looking for a new car, many people can relate to this. I remember there was a time where I currently have a Mazda 3, but at the time I was thinking of getting a Jetta. I was like, I want a white Jetta. I want the hatchback. Like, it's really cute. And all of a sudden, I would look around and I saw white hatchbacks everywhere, mostly Jettas. But then I started seeing Mazda 3s as well. And that shifted. Oh, okay, maybe this is a different option. But when we start to focus on one thing, it's not that the Mazda 3s, the Jettas weren't there in the past. It's that our filter system now was looking for them. And so we were seeing them everywhere. It doesn't mean the Honda Civics are now gone. It doesn't mean all of the SUVs just disappeared. Our mind was deleting them because that's not what we were focusing on. And so when it comes to health, if you've had the belief, if your family had the belief, if you've seen it everywhere around you that medicine is the only option, and then someone else suggests something that doesn't fit in that little model that you're living in, it can be hard to even consider it. I remember years before I got into nutrition and mindset work, people had mentioned to me, like, hey, there's maybe some nutrition things you can do. And I was in my little tunnel of these are the things that I'm aware of, these are the things that I'm focusing on. And so I wrote it off. I dismissed any recommendations that I had. But as humans, this is where it's great because when things aren't going the way that we want them to take a step back and to broaden your perspective and think, okay, where are there other possibilities out there? Where are the other things that could help me move forward in terms of my goals, in terms of my health, in terms of my financial situation, my relationship status, all of these things? It's like if you're just playing in this little sandbox of people that are available from a dating perspective and you end up dating the same person over and over again, A, who's the common denominator in that situation? Wink, wink. And also, what if you expanded your awareness? Then you'll see more people. You'll see people who are different in terms of traits, characteristics. And maybe the person that you're looking for is just outside of the parameters that you currently have set for yourself. And so when it comes to health related things, I help people understand the mindset side of things from the perspective of actions that you're taking, beliefs that you've been holding on to. I was there, uh, different things that you're doing in your life. How could they be contributing to the situation that you're in? Because we often want to look at our situation and say, well, this just is what it is. This is where I am. There's nothing I can do from here. There's no way to change that. But this is the end point. Before this is thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and that leads to actions, and actions lead to your results. So if you want to change your results, we need to get out of the place of thinking, how can I change the outcome? How can I change my results? And look upstream. What are the thoughts, beliefs, feelings that led to the actions that gave you the results that you currently have? And this is powerful because this is something that you can do. A big thing here and something that I'll leave you, this is gonna be a short video, but something that I'll leave you as a takeaway here is that what if you changed your thoughts? What if you looked at something differently? What if you considered, are there other possibilities? And get curious. Get curious with what other outcomes or what other actions you could be taking, what other possibilities are available for you in your life, and then see how things change. When we focus on the outcome, things aren't going to change from that point. But if you go upstream and look at your thoughts, look at the feelings, look at the actions that are happening that lead to that outcome, there's so much more power and things you can do. So when it comes to your health, if you are not happy in the place you're in, any situation, if you're not happy in the place you're in right now, look for what other options there are, what other possibilities there are. What are the things that you've been doing over and over and over again and getting the outcome that you don't want? Because as Einstein says, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome is insanity. So if you want a different outcome, the things that you're thinking, feeling, and doing need to change. If you're looking for help with health-related things, specifically, I work with people with MS. I help with other health challenges as well. Connect with me. Send me a DM. Let's have a conversation and see what's going on with you, what's going on in your situation. Where are the roadblocks that are keeping you in a stuck place? And what are the things you can start doing today to start getting better? I was diagnosed with MS 20 years ago this past March. And I did go through the phase of following everything the doctor said, thought I just needed to be a better patient if I was ever going to get better. And I didn't. And when I got to the breaking point of realizing I need to do something different, this isn't working, that's when things started to change. That's when I saw other possibilities and other opportunities. And I've now been symptom free since 2016. So next year will be 10 years symptom free. And that's not from medication, in my experience. That's just my personal journey. Everyone's journey is going to be different. But if what you're doing is not working for you, maybe it's time to look for other opportunities. So send me a DM. I'd love to have a conversation with you, figure out what's going on with you and what your body needs to start getting back to a place where healing is possible. These bodies are brilliant. They are constantly trying to get healthy. And when they're not, the question is what's getting in the way or what's missing? It's Kate from Align Natural Health. Hope you enjoy the rest of your week and have a wonderful weekend. And